This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. Third down here.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Throwing is Murray on third down. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Check it out.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. First down, Murray. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All day, every day, any day. Check. 36.
On second down, it's Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. 54, south. Here I come again. Here I come again. Christian, travel.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
Ready, Mike 5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, one set. Check it out.
Now it's Ryan.
Here we go.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 16-yard line.
On the ready. 54, right there, 54, Mike. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready, blue 80, back 25. 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time. Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Mike 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Falcons.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hill. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got him.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check four. Hey, bye.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is taken at his 4. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Here's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
Shotgun now for Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
That's good for Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Johnson. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
It's
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Ito Smith, and an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Drop deep, drop deep. Let's go.
Here's Ryan to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 43. Mike, ready to go.
To throw again, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ryan now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Falcons 31, Cardinals 3.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brings up third and 8.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken at the 3.
We got this.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
54 Mike. Yeah, we don't want none.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check pass. Check pass.
And to give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Target. Gun. 54 Mike. 54.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. A first down carry for Smith. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
54 Mike. Hey.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Ryan. Caught by Jones. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready. You ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it with Hill. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Brian Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Check safety, check safety. Shit.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, cut. Come on. Check. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hop on.
Murray now on 1st down. Wilson snags it left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Save.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Yo. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And they're going to get the 1st out here as he's up to the 14. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 50, check 50.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, 280, 280. Mike 5-4. Danny.
On first down, it's Green. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Another try after the first down sack. Murray over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
We want it. Come to my world.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Strip that ball.
From the gun on third down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down and 4, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the gun, Murray is going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
54. Watch the pass.
Set, go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Buddy up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, hey, hey,